Hey guys, it's Cassie. I'm out here about to go check out or look around at my chickens. I'm going to be getting rid of about 10 hens to some good friends of ours. They've lived on a farm forever, but they're wanting to get into laying hens and possibly meat chickens. So I told them, hey, I always have an abundance of chickens. I'll find you 10 to get started with. They don't really care about breed or anything like that. They just want eggs right now. So I'm gonna go look around, see what 10 I can part with. You guys will be finding out more of them, about them later, but it's called, their YouTube channel is called Stokes Family Ranch. If you guys want to go check them out. But when they pick up the chickens, Gary will video with them and stuff like that. I got some veggies that we had an abundance of, store-bought bag, but garden veggies and store-bought in them, because at the time that we needed peppers, we didn't really have any. So I went and bought some. And then I've just been putting them in this bag. And then there's also some tomatoes in there. There's some onions. So anyway, feed those to the chickens, look around, see who I can part with, and go from there. So first pen are the ones that I hatched out in April. See them back in there. I'm gonna throw some veggies out and see if they come up. All right, so I threw out some tomatoes and some peppers, and they're coming up to look at them. So most of these I'm gonna keep. A lot of them are my Orpingtons that I hatched out, and they're gonna be going up in the chicken tractor. But I'm gonna look around a little bit, see if there's any that I don't want to keep. And then, like I said, the Orpingtons will be going out in my chicken tractor with the other Orpingtons. And then there's some in here that are barnyard mixes that I'll be putting out with my big chickens, to kind of cycle through those. So all right, so I got in with them because they wouldn't all come out here, which I know they want to stay in the shade, but I want to look at them for a little bit. We got the buffs that some friends of ours that lost their chicken coop and their laying hens in the tornado in May, 1st of June. Supposed to be getting those buffs. I'm going to give them to them. I want to be able to help them out since they lost their chickens, and then trying to figure out the rest. Bella, I don't need your help. So Bella, leave it. But yeah, I got plenty in here. I got to figure out what to do with them. I'm going to jump on the four-wheeler, head back to the big, what I call the big pen back there. It's got barnyard mix, lots of different breeds. My Laughing Rooster and her Lavington Orpington Rooster. So Dan and Lonnie don't want a rooster, so I'm trying to do my best to make sure they only get hens. So let's go see what we got back there. Good. Muffin's on the wrong side of the fence. Gary had told me that the sheep got out, but I thought he got Muffin put back in. Give him a call and see, and I'll try to get her back in today, or right now if I can. Grasshoppers. When I pulled up, I don't know if you saw it on camera, but they just went everywhere. So this is my big pen of chickens, barnyard mixes, some purebreds in here, my Laughing Roosters right there. And then I got a lavender rooster somewhere, but we're gonna look and see. I need 10 chickens. So we're, oh, I forgot my treats. Go back and get the treats. There he goes. So, I need 10 out of here. Well, actually 8, because 2 of Ransom's, they're up front. Whoops. 2 of Ransom's, 8 from back here. I think that's what we're gonna do. He's talking to me now. All right, so I'm gonna pour these out over here in the shade, see if I can get some looksies at them. Cheeks, cheek, 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 cheeks. See if I can decide what 10 I might want to depart with. Problem is, I think they're gonna get it and run off and hide to eat their snack. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. Probably should have thrown out some chicken scratch. I mean, there's lots of chickens out there. That should be easy, right? But I don't know who I wanted to part with. I only have 1 blue egg layer left. I sold 2 Americanas at the last auction I went to, and they were laying a blue egg, I guess. So if Lonnie gets a blue egger, she might have to give it back. All right, I walked around not videoing so I could focus, and I think I got it figured out. So when they go up to roost tonight, Gary and I will come and get them. I made a list just so I'd have a better idea exactly what to grab and mark them off as we go. So I'm excited for them to get laying hens. They had coon pigs, and they decided they want laying hens instead of the coons. So they sold the coons. They turned that pen into a chicken coop. So they're going to start with the laying hens. Then eventually they want to do meat birds for their family. And then those grasshoppers jumping makes me think there's something in the bushes. And then maybe eventually meat birds to sell to the community. So I'm excited for their adventure. You guys go follow Stokes Family Ranch so you can follow that adventure. And them, like I said, they've lived on a farm their entire lives, but trying to, hang on a second, putting the fence back together, but now trying to decide, not just doing what their parents and grandparents always did, but what do they want to do for their family, and what do they want their farm to look like. That's what they're doing now. So kind of revamping some things, redoing some things. And they've had laying hens in the past, and then they didn't, and now they want them back. So 10 laying hens going to them. Okay, so I called Gary, and he put everybody back in yesterday. I think he forgot to turn the fence on, but the fence is also back down, so I don't know if it was wind or them or what. So I'm gonna try to go put them back in. The funny thing is, Zena's still in. It looks like Rowdy and several sheep are out. So we'll go see if we can wrangle them back up. I'll probably take the foiler out there, and then all the cows are gonna come. So if I get them back in here, remind me to go turn the fence back on, because possibly that's how they got out. They went and tested the fence. The wind blew it over, the storm messed it up the night before. Possibly they're like, hey, let's go try that again. Fence wasn't on, and they did it. So fence got to be on. What was that? Oh, that looks like a quail. We don't have much of any bob white quail around here anymore. See if we can jump it up again. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I think that might be quail. Cool. So when I was little, quail hunting, ow, grasshopper on the hand. People quail hunted around here a lot, and a local guy has tried to restock them out in the population, but you don't really see quail anymore. I'm pretty sure that was a quail, not a dove or anything. like a quail to me. So, fence needs to be zip tied. Let's see if we got any zip ties on the four-wheeler. Probably not. Oh shoot, what can I use for now to make this tight? Let's just tuck it in there. Alright, it needs to be zip tied, but I put it in there to make it tight for now. Let's drive down there. Cows haven't bothered me, so that's great. I really don't want the cows to chase me and me be trying to get the sheep back in. But we'll go stand this fence up and then go on the other side where they're at and see if I can just get them back in. Whoa, that was up close and personal. So, let's see what we can do. This fence is laid down, possibly by we've been having thunderstorms and windstorms at night. Possibly that's why, but could also be because of the animals. Need to be on the other side to step it in. If you're wondering, I don't know if I said this, but Gary took, oh, I pulled it apart down there, shoot. Gary took Ranger to some basketball games in Tulsa while I stayed home with Mazzy and Little Bear. Him and Ransom ran some errands as well in between games, looking for stuff for the school bus remodel. And so I stayed home with Little Bear and Mazzy, and I told Gary when I laid Little Bear down for a nap, Mazzy's in there listening, but he's napping. I told him I'd go figure out, there's an alpaca in the sheep pen, and there's sheep out with the alpaca, the other alpacas. Don't make no sense. Okay, everybody just wants somebody's different, don't they? So I came out to check the chickens, and that's when I saw a muffin. And then on the way back, that's when I realized way more than just muffins out. Oh, the fence is like real jacked up down there. What the heck is happening? What the heck? Look at this. Now that ain't the wind. That ain't the wind at all. So what I think happened is the fence didn't get turned back on, and they busted the heck out of here and busted zip ties in the process, because that was together then zip tied to that post. So I'm going to take a picture and show Gary, because he was trying to figure out what happened. Oh goodness. All right, might be easiest, well, it's going to have to be put back together before I put anybody in. All right, I got that put back together, but then that's got to be zip tied together. That's how we keep our Premier One fencing tight. So let's go around, see what else is wrong. Gina's like, I don't know what's happening, Mom, but something's happening. But she's staying where she's supposed to be. Got one kind of loose right here. One broke. That's weird. Stand this one back up. There we go. They got all that grass in there to eat that is exactly like this grass, but they want on the other side. Oh, that fence over there is destroyed too, and she didn't even get out. What the heck? Those aren't even in the ground. So Gary just called me. He's dumbfounded as well. He said maybe the cows are pushing on it, and I said maybe so, because it wasn't turned on. So if the cows push on it, there's nothing happening to them. Or like rubbing up on it. Cows rub on everything. It wasn't turned on. It didn't shock them to make them quit. And then they knocked it down. Animals moved, and then they just went on because they didn't. It's not that they want in here. They were just rubbing on it maybe. I don't know. But I told him I got to get it all set back up before I can put animals in it, or they're just going to run out the other side. Cows still haven't come up, so I'll check on them after this, but I'm sure they're in the shade hanging out. I still can't believe Xena didn't get out. She's either a really good dog or a really dumb dog. She's not dumb. So that white alpaca was in here. Now he's let himself back out again. So Xena could easily get out any of those spots I've showed you, especially right here. She's walked by it, I don't know how many times, but she knows she's to guard that. So alpaca's out, that's good. I don't have to worry about the alpaca. Now I'm gonna get the rest of them in. I don't have a cameraman. I might try to set you up on the fooler. If not, you're just gonna have to imagine me doing it. Let's see. We'll see how long that holds. I don't have a tripod, I just got like a stick thing. So, go on, Rowdy. Rowdy's already let himself back in too. I got chicken scratch, maybe they'll think it's feed. Come on, go. Come on, sheep. Rowdy, go over there. Come on, sheep. Come on, sheep. Come on, sheep. Muffin. Dot. Olive, whoever's out there, come on. Come on, sheep. Come on, sheep. Rowdy, stay in here. Rowdy was out a while ago. He put himself back in. Come on, sheep. This might not work. Go over there, Alvin. Go find it. It's just chicken scratch. I don't want to go get anything else. I don't know if you should even eat that. Come on, sheep! Come on, sheep! Alvin, I'm out here in shorts and Crocs. That's dumb. Or tacos, but oh well. Alvin, get out! Come on, sheep! Now you're trying to get out. Go on. Who are you? Lacey? I mean Hazel? Come on, sheep! This ain't working. Come on, sheep. Come on, sheep. I don't need... Come on, sheep. Come on, sheep. Come on, sheep. Hey, look. Look. There you go. Come on, Muffin. Come on, sheep. Come on, sheep. Come on, sheep. Good, Muffin. Good, good. Run them in here, dogs. Come on. Come on, sheep. Come on. Shelby. Alright, we got everybody but Olive, and I need to get a few out. Go on. I don't need more alpacas. Go. 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 Move. Help her move. All right. Okay, coming. There we go. Keep in what I got in. Zena! Zena! Ian! I don't know how long you saw me because the GoPro turned off because of heat, but I had more alpacas in there than I wanted. I got them out. They can't go in where I don't want them. I can get them out of this field in a little bit. So I'm gonna try to get Olive in here and then we'll cut them from there. But I got everybody in there but Olive. Yes, I'm out of breath. It's hot. I'm in shorts and chacos. It's farm life, people! I'm gonna try to get Olive. Come on, Olive. Work with me, sis. If I can get her to go down the fence, I kind of made an alley at the end, but sheep aren't smart, so we'll see. She goes in there with all the alpacas, it's fine. I'll get the alpacas out later. I just don't want the sheep wandering around unprotected. Come on, girl. Go in that alley, and she missed it. Oh, she's looking at it, and she got it. Boom, shakalaka. Go on, girl. All right, now I got to get alpacas out. Ouch. Oh, you're still on record. Okay. Rig that up until I can go get some zip ties. Alpacas are out. Sheep and the one goat are in. I'll get Shelby out of there later. Water. Zip ties. I just came out here to check the chickens, guys. This is farm life, people. Cows are like, what in the world happened? Luckily, they didn't bother me. Get some cows in there, that would have been, see, look how they are. Get some cows in that Premier One fence, wouldn't have been good. They're probably who started it. I got to zip tie it, and then I'll turn it on because I don't want to get shocked. But I desperately need some water. I'm starting to get lightheaded. Oh.
Well, you can see that Cassie was not very happy about that fence being not on or whatever happened. You know, I really don't know what happened. The day before, the fence was down a little bit and I put it back up, but I never turned the power off. So I don't know what happened, but I've got Little Bear with me and him, and Ransom's out here riding his bike. But I'm gonna test this fence real quick just to see. Cassie put it back up. I need to make sure it's not grounded out right here too. So I've got my digital tester, my Premier One, and we're gonna do a little test real quick. But I should be getting a reading right here on this fence. Oh, there it goes. So I'm getting 1 joule. So that's gonna shock whatever gets against it. But as you can see, that was a big mess. And hopefully now the animals are closed out of this pen, but I'm going to leave it like this a day or two where the sheep are not in the pen. And we're going to leave it like that because if the cows do try to push on it again, I want them to get shocked and the sheep still be in. So I don't want them taking the fence down. But Ransom and Ranger and I were at basketball this morning, and that's why Cassie was home alone. But we are preparing for Cassie and Mazzy to leave, and Ranger to leave. So I make Cassie mad one time and she leaves me. Can you guys believe that? No, she's not leaving me for good. She's going to church camp, and she's a sponsor for kids camp this year. So her and Mazzy are gonna go to church camp together. But today, this evening, I already did the chores. I'm gonna try to, before we do the chickens tonight, I'm gonna try to show you guys an update on the bus. So I already started patching the holes up yesterday, and I videoed a little bit, just a little bit, to kind of explain what we're doing. So I'll show you guys that right now. So I'm in the bus tonight solo for a reason. I don't want a lot of foot traffic on the floor. You guys can see freshly painted floor. I want to be able to adhere or stick to that. So I took my shoes off. I'm going barefooted. But I want to be able to adhere to this as well as possible. So what we're going to use to patch the holes up, we saw another YouTube channel doing this, but we are using aluminum foil tape. So this aluminum foil tape aggressively adheres, blocks odors and moisture, helps prevent heat and cooling loss, and it's excellent for metal repairs. And that's exactly what we're doing. We're repairing metal, and we're gonna put foam right down on top of this. So we think that this is gonna be a good solution to try out. So here we go. We're gonna give it a try. Here's a little bit of the before look. So I've been working in the bus for maybe an hour or so and finished up all of the edges. So we have edges all the way around done. And then we have every hole filled with this aluminum tape. Well, every hole except right against the outside edge, there's more holes. But I'm gonna have to wait for that paint to dry that I just put on. And then we're gonna go all the way down and take care of that. So it's really coming along. After I get that last roll of tape down over those holes, I think I will be ready for the subfloor. So Ransom and I went to Rangers basketball games today, and while we did, we went to Home Depot and kind of scoped out all the stuff. We have to go to a couple different stores, but everything we need is there at Home Depot and ready. So the last thing I did was I went ahead and took these two heater hoses right here, and I bought a fitting, and basically it just feeds one right back into the other so it can keep flowing. And then there's a box that sets, you can see the holes right there in the floor. There's a box that sets there and it covers all that up. So some people told me to shut it off at the engine, but I can't do that because there are actually more heaters up here. There's, I believe, a heater right down there that's by the driver, and then there's another heater right there that kind of covers that window. And I definitely don't want to take those heaters away. I want to keep those there. So I thought the easiest thing was just to recirculate those two back. And I gained, I don't know, about 30 feet of heater hose out of the deal. Two 15-foot sections of heater hose. So I think it's looking good. Hopefully you guys are enjoying following along. I know we're not going to do it the same as you would, and that's okay. We're going to do it a little bit different. It's going to be just fine, people. Especially for what we're using it for is in between a glorified tent and a redneck RV. So the last thing we got to do is Cassie and I have to go catch those chickens later tonight. So maybe we'll catch up with you in just a little bit when we get that done. So I'm still alive. She didn't kill me.
I did turn the electric fence on. I can see it blinking right now, unlike what Gary did the other day.
I never turned the fence off the other day.
You didn't check to make sure it was on.
You know, the kids, sometimes they throw balls in there and they have to climb over and get it. They must have done that. I don't know. But I can tell you, whenever it was down the other day, that I never touched it. I just grabbed it off the ground and put a wire around it.
Well, it didn't matter. It was off.
It was off the whole time, apparently. So, anyway, it's farm life, people. Right, Cassie?
Yep.
You only said that two or three times. I already looked at Cassie's video from earlier, so I know what she dealt with.
Yep.
But now, unfortunately for you guys, it's dark, so we can't bring you along. But we are going to head out to the chicken pens, and we're going to do musical chickens. So we're going to move them, different ones around to different pens. Some from the grow out pen are going to the big coop. The big coop are coming back for the Stokes family, and then we're just moving all around. So
it'll make sense.
Yeah, it'll make sense. But that's what we're doing, and Cassie is packing.
Mm-hmm.
So I did make her mad. Not mad enough to leave me for good, but she is going to leave me for a little bit.
But he said I had to take one kid, so Mazzy and I are going to church again.
I think I should have made it 2 kids, and it would have been a fair deal.
Nope, because one of the others is leaving to go to basketball camp.
Yeah, but I still have 2, and you have 1.
I mean, sorry about you.
All right. Well, so you guys say a prayer for me as I am home with 2 kids. I'm outnumbered. That's the problem. It's 2 to 1, which me and her are outnumbered all the time anyway. But Cassie, though, as she travels and goes on to church camp with Mazzy, I know they're going to have a great time. It's a great investment in all of the kids' lives. So.
Yep.
But we're going to get to it. So we hope that you guys have a great day. Thank you for following along, and God bless.
We love you guys.